I feel like every episode of Hot News is part of people's daily ritual of being reminded what day of the week it is. Like, especially with the quarantine lockdowns happening, like people just need, it's Wednesday, my dudes.
Happy Monday, folks.
Shut up, Reece. You're gonna confuse everybody, which, I mean, we like to do around here, but yeah, happy Monday. Let's go ahead and talk about the existential question of the day, which is butter just abused milk? I mean, think about it. You got milk, you just start whacking at it with a stick.
Beat the devil out of it.
You beat the devil at it like Bob Ross would a paintbrush. You got it. Bam. Abused milk, butter. Yes? I think. Not really a whole lot, but I do think. Let's jump on into the hot news now that you've contemplated how poorly your butter has been treated. And then it has to go down your esophagus. And boy, let me tell you, that's not a pretty journey.
Excuse me, I'm a treat.
Right. Reece has a fire esophagus. It is like the sexiest thing I've seen. Let's move on in to the hot news now. Reece, are you done? Are you done trying to get me to talk about your esophagus? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about our Twitch channel, because tomorrow is the official GTC keynote of NVIDIA, and we're gonna be live streaming it over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UFDisciple. It's in the description. Go ahead and follow us over there. Be ready to get NVIDIA goodness on the stream tomorrow. But we got some more NVIDIA goodness coming out. Supposedly, these are rumors, so take it with a giant grain of banana hammock, and we'll find out where we lie in all of this, right? So this is another leak coming out from Moore's Law is Dead. He produced another video 2 days ago with some pretty scandalous claims. I mean, this is Howard Dean going, yaw! At a rally scandalous. That's what's happening right here.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Yeah!
Because we got some juicies on the RTX 3080 Ti. Number one, 3-fan design. Ooh-wee, they're taking a page out of AMD's book like the Radeon 7, maybe, I don't know. It's not gonna be a blower style, I'll tell you that. Thankfully, we're gone away from blower styles, except for AMD and the Navi cards. Pathetic. Anyways, let's not go there. 3080 Ti, triple fan. But then on top of that, it's gonna have 2 8-pins, which is cool. It should use less energy than the 2080 Ti. However, the leak says should, because NVIDIA might have to overclock these cards in order to get the performance that they're looking for, which we can talk about their performance in a second after I just go through the slides that Moore's Law is Dead put. We're gonna have the normal output. It's gonna have HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 2.0. That's all good. PCI Express 4.0. That all makes sense. Big thing, cards can boost over 2.2 gigahertz, 5,376 CUDA cores, 18 gigabit per second memory, which would mean that the memory bandwidth of these cards is 40.3% faster than the 2080 Ti, 864 gigabytes per second throughput. At the end of the slide, it says worst case scenario is 40% faster rasterization than the 2080 Ti. The amount of ray tracing cores might not change, but the Ampere ray tracing cores would be 4 times as effective. It also have double the tensor cores as a whole lot. The big thing that we want to hear, even a cut down card, even a cut down GA102, okay? 21 teraflops. Big boy. Ooh, that's a big dookie in your pants of your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dropping a big log right into your PC. Can you handle it? I don't know if I can handle it, but if this is the flagship card that NVIDIA is coming out with, hopefully we can see it trickle down going on to an RTX 3070 being at 2080 Ti levels sounds more and more likely if this is what we're getting. We talked about with Moore's Law is Dead's previous rumor about this, talking about how the IPC uplift should be between 10 and 20%. So you have the IPC increases, you've got the CUDA core size increases, you got the extra tensor cores, you got the better effectiveness of the ray tracing cores, and this basically makes everybody who bought an RTX 20 series a moron, which includes me. I'm in that list, but we're dumb.
Spicy take, but yes.
Yes, it's the truth. If you purchase an RTX 2080 Ti, you are reckless with your money, and I salute you for being just a fool. We can start a fool's club of former 2080 Ti owners. Obviously, this is a huge rumor. We won't know if it's confirmed until obviously it comes out. Supposedly, tomorrow and May and just the next few months are going to be exclusively for the high performance compute side of Ampere. That's what we're gonna be getting. And September, October is when we're gonna be getting the gaming cards, which kind of aligns with how NVIDIA has done things in the past. Volta came out at GTC, and then Turing came out at Gamescom. So that's kind of, it makes sense. We'll see if that happens, but not to let us just go all on rumors. NVIDIA decided to show us their own leak of the world's fastest graphics card, the world's largest GPU. Apparently Jensen had it in his oven the entire time. I'm not even joking. He posted a YouTube video yesterday, 30 seconds long. Jensen says, "What have I been cooking?" And then he pulls out what is supposed to be the DGX A100, which is going to be the fastest graphics card known to man because it's going to have Ampere A100s in the freaking thing, and the Tesla V100 already made the DGX2, which was the fastest. So we talked about this in the hot news a while ago, but Jensen keeping it in his oven. Somebody replied to my tweet about this yesterday saying, well, he needs to open that microwave so I can find what I need. Because I mean, gamers, we would be in the microwave if this giant bad boy's in the oven. But let's stay on the topic of GPUs for a little while because a cooling solutions manufacturer has come out and said that they expect that graphic card shipments should pick up in the second half of 2020. You don't say. We're supposed to be getting Ampere. We're supposed to be getting RDNA 2. I couldn't imagine why we might see some graphics cards selling a little bit more. Who knows? It's possible. But you know what's not going to be possible? TSMC building a fab in the United States. I said in an episode a while ago that TSMC was supposed to build something in Wisconsin. I completely switched in my mind TSMC and Foxconn. Foxconn's the one that's supposed to be building in the United States and has had a lot of controversy surrounding it. TSMC never had any agreements with this, and they came out and said in an interview, we're not doing that, okay? Despite the US government's insistence that we build a fabrication in the United States. No. But also with that, there was a leaked list of TSMC's 5nm clients, and one of the interesting ones that's on here is Intel with their Project Z graphics. This is like the millionth time we've heard of Intel going to TSMC. This is also going to be probably the millionth time that it's not true. It's never been confirmed. There have been so many rumors of Intel's going to be switching fabs because they can't produce enough, and it never ever pans out. Is it possible that they could do it for their graphics cards? Maybe, sure, they might outsource it. But then what's the point of Intel having their own fabs? I don't know, okay? So maybe, but maybe we'll get some gameplay from Amazon because they know how to do gameplay correctly. Unlike Inside Xbox, which promised us gameplay and gave us cutscenes, Amazon releasing gameplay videos for their upcoming Crucible game. I don't particularly care to play this, but it does look mildly impressive.
I need to check that out.
It's kind of okay. But while we're talking about, Xbox gameplay, all that kind of stuff, you want to hear some bullcrap? So yesterday we talked about how Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to run at 4K 30. It's going to be frame rate capped to 4K 30. Well, Microsoft came out and said that the Xbox Series X 4K 60 FPS game rate is going to be standard, but not guaranteed. Obviously, that's true because Assassin's Creed is only going to run at 30 FPS. So Xbox clarified saying that the 60 FPS is standard. That's it. It's just like you can do this, not that it's always going to do it. Why wouldn't there be an option? Why? Why wouldn't there be an option for 60 FPS, okay? Just give me a choice between 30, 60, and 120, and you choose how to make the graphics hit those things. You have a lockdown console, you can make this happen. It's not like on PC where you have to have all of these subdivided little adjustments because certain GPUs can handle shadows better than other ones, and other ones can do this better than that. No, you know what the Series X has. So you know how it can hit 30 FPS, you know how it can hit 60 FPS, and you can know how it can hit 120. How can you not guarantee 60 FPS at 4K with a 12 teraflop graphics card?
Garbage.
This is nonsense. But you know what runs 120 FPS in my heart? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Because yesterday it got confirmed. Actually, first off, it got leaked by Tony Hawk himself that Pro Skater 1 and 2 are getting a remaster coming out on September 4th. And if you pre-order it, you can get the warehouse demo, which, excited! Anyways, yes, it's coming. It's coming back. Tracklist, phenomenal. Rage Against the Machines. Oh, my bones are chilling with how good this is. Apparently, Jablinski Games is going to be the one who gets exclusive first gameplay. It's going to be on his YouTube channel as of today. It might already be on there as of right now. So Jack Black getting an exclusive first look. One of the interesting things is that this is still being produced by Activision Blizzard. However, it's going to be an Epic Game Store exclusive. So they're not using Battle.net. Has Blizzard just given up on their own launcher? Because they did it for COD. So why couldn't they do it for Tony Hawk? I guess money? I don't know how this is going to work. But it's beautiful. And while we can crap on Assassin's Creed Valhalla for only running at 30 FPS 4K, which is kind of garbage, they are bringing back a fan favorite feature, which is insta-kills with a hidden blade. Everybody wants to ass some people with the stabbing. And everybody wants a PlayStation 4 or at least 110 million people did, because they sold another 1.5 million in the latest quarter, reaching 110 million total sales. It's just a good seller. PS4 doing well. It's slowing down, obviously, because we're at the last little leg of what's going on. PS5's coming out, but I can imagine PS4s will probably be sold for the next few years to come. Which, for the next few years to come, might be where Twitter employees are working, because Jack Dorsey coming out and saying that Twitter employees can work at home permanently. They don't have to ever come back to the office. He also added that Twitter would boost its work from home supply allowance to $1,000. I get it. I mean, I've been forcing Reece to work from home for, over a year now, but that's because I decided to move the office into his house. But that's a different story. You know, I'm basically a pirate when it comes to Reece's living quarters.
Arr!
Coming for that booty. I absolutely get it. Work from home makes a lot of sense in a lot of different areas. However, there is something to be said for company culture that can be developed when people are together. Like us, we have a culture of hating each other and wishing that one another.
You!
That's exactly. I can't wait to deport him. Let's go ahead and talk about Sony revealing the PlayStation Studios branding, which I don't know why I didn't put the Sony news next to the gaming news. And then I talked about Twitter in the interim. What's going on with me? I'm just lost it. Anyways, they revealed their PlayStation Studios logo, which kind of looked like a Marvel logo mixed with an Xbox reveal logo. It's kind of weird. It's just for their game studios that they're going to be producing. Obviously, they're going to have a bunch of new games coming out for PS5. This likely won't be unveiled with Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us Part 2. It'll probably come with the first PlayStation 5 exclusive, which hoping is Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I hope that's a launch game. That's what I want. And Valve is apparently going to be launching a Steam loyalty scheme. Why this matters? Don't care. Moving on. I'm not loyal. People are apparently loyal to the gaming monitor brand. What would you guess is the number one gaming monitor brand globally?
Asus?
AOC. AOC is the number one global gaming monitor brand by market share. They grew 67% in the United States in the past year.
What?
Yeah, crazy. AOC just dropping ham fists of the market share. That's what's going down. And LG dropping a deuce of garbage. This is basically the Quibi of phones. What their new phone design is, okay? LG constantly has been going for gimmicks. They have not produced a good flagship since the G2, I think it was. LG's just been flailing. I know a lot of people want to talk about their V10s, their V20s, their V40s, and now, I loved my G5, I love my G8. Sure, they're good phones, but LG, as a phone company, is just moronic sometimes. And it's proven by the LG Wing smartphone, which has a second screen that swivels.
Hate it already.
So it has portrait, and then there's a second screen that swivels to landscape.
I double hate it.
It's the Quibi of smartphones. It's a terrible idea that nobody needs. Sure, your content might look better and you don't have to turn your phone, but auto-rotate exists. This is not a problem in 2020. Just turn your phone. I don't get it. But I do get AMD trying to make the gaming experience better for everybody. And yesterday we got GPU Open Day 2 of reveals that's going on. I made a joke yesterday about AMD having locked down proprietary software. I'm aware that it's called GPU Open because it's open source. That was the joke. Anyways, day 2 of AMD's GPU Open is focusing on Unreal Engine optimization. So they brought out a few big changes for making sure that AMD works better with UE4, which is kind of cool. And you know what else is kind of cool? Hamilton. It's a good Broadway show. It's one of the longest running. It's phenomenal. Lin-Manuel Miranda created a cultural, historical thing that I've never seen, and I'm talking out of my butt about because I've literally never listened to a single second of it because I'm an uncultured swine. But you bet your bottom dollar I might change it when it releases on Disney Plus on July 3rd, over a year ahead of schedule. They're going to do a theatrical run, and by theatrical I don't mean like Broadway theater, I mean like movie theater. They're going to release it in movie theaters October of 2021, and they moved it ahead to July 3rd of this year. It's hectic. Apparently Disney paid $75 million to the rights to make this thing, so they're bucking out a few big cash dollars on this. And my cash dollar is gone. I abused it. Just like maybe butter is abused milk. Is it? Hey?
Totally.
Just gotta get a few good slaps in. No, your play's trash. Except for butter isn't trash. I like butter. And I like you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our Twitch channel so that you can come watch Jensen in his leather jacket present to us things from his home. Hopefully. That's hopefully what's gonna be happening. Anyways, I'm done. You're good. Goodbye.